Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, this wasn't the plan. My Super Duke is on its way for its first service and the heavens have just opened. This wasn't forecast. I can no longer say never ridden in the rain if I ever sell this bike. But welcome along. As I say, we're going to take the Super Duke for its first service. If I don't have to put skis on it and turn it into a jet ski before I get there. So if you're interested in my new Super Duke, then this is the video for you. Just set yourselves down, get yourself a towel and chopsy, roll the intro. I can't believe this weather. Oh, my baby's getting soaked. Well, I've arrived at Destination Motorcycles in Christchurch. We're given the bike a wash because it was absolutely filthy. Sun's come out now as well, typically. Hopefully I'll get a dry ride home at least, but the bike's clean and we're going to get started with the first service on my 1390 Super Duke. Let's get in the workshop. So we've got Eugene, who's going to be doing the work today. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the stress of being on camera for this sort of thing as well, because it's a bit of pressure.
John, it's nice to have you here, and yeah, we'll do our best to look after you.
Yeah,
obviously it is our workshop, so you know it is what it is. So
yeah,
we're gonna proceed. The boys are gonna work their jobs, and we're gonna carry on with your bike.
Fantastic. So this is the first service. I've done 580 miles, so I'm a little bit under. I think 620 you're meant to do, is it?
That's right.
For the first service. So in those 580 miles, there's been no issues at all. I've not. The only thing I've had notice is it says the key's out of range sometimes when I've got it in my backpack.
I think quite often people warm up the bikes and they walk away outside the range.
Yeah.
And the bike registers that.
Yeah.
And
no, but even when I'm riding, it will come up and say key out of range when it's in my backpack. But I did go in and change the anti-theft thing you can do with the key, and I changed it to the more secure one. So whether that's
It usually means that the key has to be closer.
That's what I thought. Because it started doing it after I did that, so that could have been my own. So I might swap it back actually.
We can also probably do a battery replacement in the key fob to make sure that it is.
Okay. Yeah.
It probably doesn't fall behind the threshold, otherwise it would throw a message on your screen.
Okay.
So start from a visual health check. So usually we type in your mileage, which is 580 miles. Going to carry on as technician. It's just a quick inspection, so we're going to make sure that your brakes are fine. So I'm going to put all those details in and make sure that it's all fine. Brake fluid, we established we need to replace it as production year is 2023.
Yeah, we were just talking about that off camera, and my bike was actually made in 2023. And it's obviously been sat and moved around dealers, and with all the troubles KTM had, they've not shifted any or whatever. But it's manufacture date is 2023, which means things like the brake fluid actually needs to be changed. As now, even though the bike is I've only had it for a couple of months, it does need a brake fluid change. So there's a few extra steps with this one, which you may not necessarily have.
Usually it's beneficial for customers to give a shout to the local dealer and give them correct mileage, VIN number, and they will get exact information on their bike.
Yeah, we've just been and looked into the computer and it shows it's been moved around. It's all tracked, as what's happened, but it was actually manufactured in 2023.
So currently I'm just going to highlight the brake fluid is okay. Only because you already know that it needs replacing.
Yeah. And all that information you log in there all goes onto the bike's record, does it? That all this was done.
This system is independent from KTM.
Okay, this is a dealer thing for you guys,
right.
Is it?
And you will receive an email with a quick video of me going around the bike, making sure there is no scratches. If I do find any issues, ideally we would like to be fully transparent and show you in the video, so there is no, there shouldn't be any arguments in the future saying that you guys haven't checked it or certain things haven't been done. It's basically for a customer to be protected and for a dealer to cover their own.
And you guys as well, covered as well. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So at this stage, I'm just looking for anything that stands out.
Yeah.
Your fork seal's absolutely fine. There is no grubbiness. Your brake pads are lovely. You can see it from both angles. Both of the sides of the caliper are nice and fine. Your spindle seems to be positioned correctly. So we're going to make sure there is no scratches or cuts or damages. Straight away we can see that the final drive chain could be slightly adjusted. That's your adjustment mark. That's
I
right.
never knew that. So it's a bit loose, a little bit loose.
We can adjust it just a tiny bit, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So at this stage, I'm just going to have a look for the push drive wear. Obviously, you've got little rubbers here that dampens the movement.
Yeah.
If they're worn out, you will have a sloppiness there. That's absolutely fine. So I'm just looking for anything, you know, anything that, just like small MOT.
Yeah.
Obviously, a number plate is a little bit on the small side.
Yeah, a bit of a naughty number plate.
Yeah.
Note that down, naughty number plate.
Yep.
Oh, this is the tools, is it? Oh, we've got to have a look at the tools, Eugene. Oh, look at those bad boys. Oh. Do you work across Triumphs, everything then?
That's right,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you need all the special tools for all the different ranges and stuff.
Well, most of the special tools, they are over there for the Triumph and KTM.
Yeah. It's quite useful to sort of see all the little hacks for jacking up and, you know what I mean, a sort of a home mechanic. This could be quite good for me.
Yeah.
And that's all you need, just enough to lift the front up a little bit.
That's right, yep.
Do you want me to support the bike?
No, not necessarily.
I'm sure you've done it many times before.
You can see it's quite well balanced. It tries to lift the back end, but all I need at this stage is make sure that the wheel rotates, that your brakes are releasing, they're not binding. Also, I try to put my hand on a spindle area. Just if there's any bearing, any collapsed bearings, you should be able to feel roughness.
So you feel the roughness in the bearing by holding the fork there. Gotcha.
This one is very smooth. You know, silky smooth.
I mean, hopefully, for just the first service, you wouldn't find too many issues.
No. Also, making sure there's no gouges in your rim, any cracks. Like I said, it's only a visual inspection.
Yeah.
Also while at this stage, we're gonna have a look at your headrest bearings. So I'm trying to feel for any imperfections. There is no notches, no free movement. Also, if there would be any worn bushes in your forks, they also referred as bearings. There's no free play, so absolutely fine. So I'm quite happy with the front end.
Good.
It goes lock to lock, absolutely fine.
And you can feel notchiness if there was a problem with the headstock bearing
That's right.
and that sort of stuff.
You would also experience a sensation like riding over the white lines.
Yeah.
So there is no free play. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, okay, great.
So all I need is just a little bit off the ground. Same. I'm looking for any cuts, any foreign objects in your tire, any bulges. I'm also trying to feel for any imperfections in your rim.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for any free play in your rear axle. There is no side-to-side play, so I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah, excellent. I think I'm going to get wet going home. My lovely clean bike. So that's the inspection done. What's next, Eugene?
We're going to warm up the bike, start servicing procedures. We're going to go through the list and make sure that everything is as it should be, as per KTM requirements. To benefit oil change, we're going to warm it up, make sure that the fan works, get the fluids circulating.
What I'm going to do, guys, as well is when we drain the oil, I'm going to capture a little bit and then send it off for analysis, just out of interest to see what they say about the oil and stuff like that. So I'm going to do that as part of it as well. I bet you love it when people come in with really noisy exhausts.
Yeah, the whole building likes it, yeah. Right, so while I've got the opportunity, I'm going to take the seats off.
Yeah.
So they don't get any contamination or any grease on them.
Yeah.
So over here, your diagnostic port, your ECM. If we lift it up, there's your battery.
Yeah.
So if we need to access it, just lift the cap off.
I've actually bought myself a KTM lithium battery not to fit now, obviously, but to fit later.
There's your toolkit. Also part of something we do, we always kit out our bikes with Optimate.
Yeah.
So if you do need a Optimate charger, we do sell them.
Yeah. I noticed that was on there, actually. That's very good.
So we try to obviously upsell the stuff.
Yeah,
but,
no.
You know.
Well, it's true with these as well. Things I've read online is they're really susceptible to the voltage. If you get like voltage drops, and it can throw up error messages and cause you issues.
So obviously everything on this bike runs on CAN bus. Majority of the systems.
Yeah.
They are very sensitive in terms of the voltage drops and spikes. So it is very crucial to have battery in a good state.
So battery care is very important, isn't it, on these sorts of bikes? Yeah.
Pretty much any modern vehicle relies on a good healthy battery.
Yeah.
Right. So our key is just over here.
Yep.
We can fire up.
There we go. can feel the heat coming off of it. She's certainly warm. The
Yep.
fans have kicked in. It's done all that business. So what's this then? This is the little, we saw this was part of the PDI. This is the little Wi-Fi module, isn't it?
That's right. So
yeah.
we're going to connect it, make sure that the your motorcycle communicates with a tablet.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that the bike is on.
Yeah.
And this is plugged in. Also going to make sure that it has an adequate power supply. This is our XC2 tablet. It recognizes your bike. As you can see, the progress bar has just slided over. Right. So there's a couple of historic faults which we can have a look. So nothing to worry about. CAN communication with gear position sensor, so that quite often happens if we turn bike on and off. These are the faults that would not show up on your display, so they wouldn't scare you, or this is just more like a paper trail for us to make sure that we're staying on top. So just checking if none of them are.
So what's that one say?
Malfunction of mechanical steering lock.
Strange ones.
Yeah, this mainly probably caused by me trying to put the steering lock on when the handlebars were not straight.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, not in a position.
Yeah.
So at this stage, what we're going to do is clear them, make sure they're not coming back. If they're just historic faults, we're not going to worry about them.
Yeah. All green.
None of them came back. Also, if we pay attention to all of them green, there is no optional or mandatory updates, which is good. It means all software is up to date.
Will it let you reset the service light if it's not quite the 620 though? If it's only 580?
Yeah. So at this stage, I can put any mileage I like.
Yeah.
We also can make sure that if you're doing flexi service, so for example, if a customer cannot afford a brake fluid change or refuse to do a brake fluid change, we can untick those boxes. We can put notes. Not so much here. It's more on the paper trail for the customer on the dealer net. But over here, you can see there's loads of options, and if you need to set up a tire pressure monitor system, all your technical accessories are bought via this tablet as well.
So so from the tablet, it doesn't require any software updates. It's all up to date. There's no error codes we need to worry about. It's all reset.
We will get back to the tablet later on to make sure that we delete current calibrations for the engine, adaptations I shall say, and we're going to set the new ones. So we're going to program your quick shifter. We're going to make sure that it's nice and crisp.
As part of the run-in, I've sort of not used the quick shifter too much. I've tried to sort of avoid it and change manually a bit for sort of the run-in process.
That's a very good. That's a very good idea, especially when once it's it's probably the most important 600 miles of this bike.
Exactly. Yeah. Good.
So I'm going to switch it off for now.
What sort of pipes you got on there then? Iron head pipes. Go on, let's hear it again. Let's hear it again quickly. I missed it when I turned the camera on. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Right, so it's oil out, Eugene, next, is it? Oil.
Yep.
Health and safety. Better rubber up. Always rubber up.
Is it time to do inappropriate jokes?
It's always time for inappropriate jokes. I'll let it run for a second and then that'll do. There we go, look at that. There's a little bit of discoloration to it, isn't there? A tiny bit.
Also at this stage we can inspect the gore filters. As you can see there's a tiny bit, let's not splash your camera.
Right. The running in oil's obviously a different grade to, they obviously fit that at the factory, don't they? The running in oil.
Usually also they probably are bulk manufactured, and quite often would be run a thinner grade just to let the motor cut in a little bit faster, but there's a little bit particles. Yeah, but that's absolutely normal for a new engine.
That's what you'd expect for a first. That's not too bad. There's no massive chunks or anything.
Also, there's a tiny magnet there. I don't know if you can.
Oh, there's a magnet within that, is there?
Yeah. Okay. So just over there, and it's not covered in huge particles. Yeah. So nothing that the oil filter couldn't cope with.
Yeah. There we go. Sample. Ready for analysis.
Right. So we have drained the main oil tank. Just going to remove the filter. So as you can see, there's not much. Yeah. The filter is actually in really good shape. Yeah. The color is good. Just a foam. Well, more like air trapped in there. So nothing to worry about. It's not not particles or any contamination. This is actually a really, really clean example, to be fair. And this one is unfortunately a little bit messy. So
it's messier than the ones we've already done.
Yeah.
How could it get messier? Look at that. Ah, and that's where the other filter is.
You can see there's a little bit particles here.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about.
So oil drained. Loving the makeshift cardboard.
Yeah.
Loving that. What's next then, Eugene?
Well, we're at this stage and it's all jacked up and ready to go. We're going to clean the clutch oil jet, which is located just over here.
So what's that about then?
So in order to maintain your clutch in a good, healthy condition, it does require a little bit of lubrication. It is a wet clutch, so modern motorcycles, even though they're wet clutch, they are lubricated with oil. And it is controlled by the engine. So there's a special oil jet which has a little orphans, little hole, just like a jet in a carburetor that sprays the oil inside your clutch to keep it cool, and it doesn't have to be too much.
Okay.
So because the hole is quite small, and any of those small particles could potentially block it, and in the long run it will overheat the clutch.
And I guess because the engine's being run in, it's obviously going to be generating more particles. So this is why they want it done on the. Is that something that's done at every service, or is this just the?
Because it does not require any parts, I believe so.
That's it.
We inspect. That's not it. That's just a cover. So we need to make sure that the O-ring is in nice, good condition.
Yeah.
There is a special tool.
Special tool.
This is basically just a fancy screwdriver. First of all, I'm just locating the tool. I'm going to grab my little spanner.
So that's not particularly easy for the home mechanic, this bit then,
No.
unless you've got the special tool.
Right, so I managed to undo the jet.
Aha, and that's the jet there.
Yep.
A little bit of grease to stick it on to coax it out.
So as you can see, it's even marked up 30. So it's not a tiny, it's not a big hole at all.
It's a tiny hole, isn't it? So that's quite easy to get blocked then, isn't it?
So at this stage, all I can do is just make sure it's not blocked.
Yeah.
Plus some compressed air. Hopefully not lose it in the workshop and put
lose
it back
through
in.
these tiles.
Yeah. That's right. The other risk of doing it at home, if for any reason it's not done properly, you'll have too much oil going into. Well, and potentially you're going to lose oil pressure somewhere else because
of course, yeah. There you go, learned something already. Oil jet refitted. What's next then, Eugene?
Right, so I'm going to plug this hole up and we're going to try to drain a little bit more oil out of the tank. As you can see, there's a little bit on the side glass. We're trying to prevent mess on the exhaust system.
Yeah.
It will stay in exhaust a little bit and it will smoke.
It's unavoidable, isn't it? Don't worry, I've got a nice titanium exhaust to go on it anyway.
Fantastic.
So never mind that horrible stainless steel thing.
There's our new filter kit.
Yeah.
We've got new O-ring for the filter cap, new filter, and 2 new ball filters and caps.
Yeah. Do you do the full kit every time, or sometimes you clean those out? You tend to.
Most of the time, even KTM would encourage us to clean it to minimize the cost. However, we found the best practice is just replacing it.
Just replace them.
It's not that much of the difference in money, but it's just reassurance that the O-rings are not going to fail. There is no internal leaks or pressure loss in terms of in between the chambers. The filter is always nice and clean, and it's just easier for techs to organize and the parts guys.
Makes sense. That one up. What's the torque on that one? About 20 or something?
This is just a 20, same as this one.
Yeah.
And the little ones, because they're just M5, they're going to be 6 Newton meters.
6.
So at this stage, I'm just going to tilt the bike over.
Yeah.
If there's any oil trapped in the covers,
Yeah.
We'll try to shift it to the bottom.
Yeah, that's something I always do, give it a little you sometimes see quite a bit more come out, don't you, after leaving it?
Also, it's a little bit disappointing when you put fresh oil and it gets covered straight away.
There we go. We've got a bit extra coming out.
Following the manual for the oil change, you do have a option for the oil.
Yeah.
We are going to stick to 1050.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-stage process. Because it's a dry sump, what they encourage us to do is put 3 liters first, run the bike a little bit, because the whole amount cannot be housed in this tank only. So because we're going to fill up the tank, we're going to run the engine, get some oil inside the engine, and then refill to the correct level.
Okay.
Yeah. So our first stage is 3 liters first, but we're going to soak the filter in.
Soak the filter as well, yeah.
So I'm going to dispense the oil.
And that's Motor X oil there.
That's Motor X 1050.
Yeah. And you pump it out. I've never seen that done with oil drums. That's a new one on me as well. There's 2 things I've learnt today so far.
So I'm going to make sure that it has a little bit of lubrication on it. Right. So at this stage, I'm just going to dip it in and make sure that. So it's a good opportunity to inspect if the bypass valve is shut.
Yeah.
It's actually working fine. So obviously when the engine temperature is cold and the oil is thick, it can't push through the media. So there's a tiny spring and it allows oil to bypass the filter.
Oh really? When would it bypass then? When it's...
So for example, if for any reason media is completely blocked, it will still try to...
So if it can't flow that way, it will start to push through there
past the spring.
bypass the filter. So you're not starving the engine of oil. Oh, I didn't know
also, you can imagine if you, for example, you're going to Picos, wherever, cold morning, the oil is, quite thick. Yeah, so it may not be able to push through the media in the right quantities, so it will bypass. So that's why it's important to warm up the engines. People have that argument of, oils are so good. They are good, they're fantastic, but you can imagine trying to push
thick oil through. I never knew that was a little bypass thing on the filter there. That's 3 things I've learnt today.
Well, pretty much every oil filter will have that system.
That system on it. Wow, didn't know that.
Right, guys. So we're going to start filling up the oil, and
the
first stage is literally put 3 liters in.
So we've got all the filters all back in now in place, obviously, and so 3 liters directly into the sump tank, and then run it up. Put the rest in. Fire up.
So we let the oil circulate a little bit, and now we topped it
up, and then we just check. So you have to have it vertical to check it. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
So you can see it on the sight glass there. Perfect. As we know, the chain's a little bit slack because we checked it earlier on. Eugene's going to adjust the chain now as well, so might get some tips here how to adjust the chain properly on it. Because it's got the single-sided thing, you don't have to worry about getting it.
Yeah, so you don't need to worry about aligning it
so much, just the tension to do.
Also, because the bike has done very little miles, it's very well looked after. There's not much cleaning involved. It's literally just getting all chain lube off. Obviously, we never encourage people to do it with the engine running.
No. People have lost fingers doing such things, haven't they?
Also, while we clean the chain, we inspect if there is any O-rings perished or any cracked links.
Yeah.
Most of the information that will be actually provided on your...
Yeah, well, there you go, look. If all you got to do is read it, it's all on the seat, look. Yeah. Oh, wow.
So, ideally, it has to be somewhere in the region of that square.
Yeah, okay.
Also, before we adjust it, we need to establish if there is any tight links or any tight spots. And if there is any, we're going to adjust to the tightest spot.
Tightest spot on the chain, Because when things like quick shifters and stuff, the chain tension plays a massive part of that, doesn't it? I've noticed that myself. If you've got a really slack chain or too tight chain, it can really affect how well the quick shifter works.
So at this stage, I'm just feeling if any of the...
There's more movement in any certain part of it or whatever.
It seems quite consistent, so I can't determine if there is any tight spots. So we're just going to adjust it.
Yeah.
So first of all, we need to relax the hub screw. This is an eccentric hub, so basically you adjust the chain by rotating the hub. So ideally we need to relax this one first. That's why I put a little bit of protection here in case if the tool slips.
That's just like a big pinch bolt, isn't it? Which pinches that whole arm together.
Now it's pretty much just by using a C-spanner.
So Where do you hook that onto? I was just the inside of the hub there.
Yep.
So
It's
come around
just-
this side, there,
yep.
probably easier, isn't it?
You might just be able to see the slots
Okay.
to catch with the tool.
Oh, they're quite small, aren't they?
You should have a C-spanner in your toolkit.
In your toolkit, yeah, I did see it. I did see it. And you just
Right, I think that's about just did it.
that little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Simple as that. It's quite easy, isn't it?
Yep.
Chain adjustment on this.
We're gonna torque up this to 70 Newton meters as per
70.
manufacturer's recommendation.
And I guess the beauty of that, I mean, when you adjust a conventional chain, as you tighten the wheel, it sometimes then tightens the chain a
right.
bit further, doesn't it? But I guess with this setup,
There's no need.
there's no need to worry about that initial bit of. Yeah, good. Very thorough. You do realise people are going to be coming in requesting Eugene works on their bikes now.
So we're done with our final drive chain.
Yeah.
The chain is adjusted, lubricated. I'm happy with it. While we're at that side, we could check your wheel nut tension.
Okay, yeah.
This is quite safety concerned item. So
It's quite a large wheel nut on one of these, isn't it? Whenever I do these single-sided things, when you tighten it, obviously you've got to get it between the holes, haven't you? So
Yeah.
sometimes you may tighten it and it'd be like, oh, it doesn't line up, so you've got to back it off a little bit. Or...
well, KTM was kind enough. They drilled loads of holes. So
okay, there's plenty of
yeah.
options.
Yeah, and also you got two safety clips, so it's a two-stage sort of safety.
Yeah.
One goes inside and one goes on the outside.
What's the torque?
It's
Ridiculous.
250 Newton meters.
250 Newton meters.
So it is quite a lot. If I could ask Jamie, possibly.
I don't think I've got a torque wrench goes up to 250 Newton meters. If you want me to do anything, then...
No, just observe. So we set up our torque range to 250.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
There it goes.
Right. I'm
Simple
happy
as
with
that.
it. Ideally with safety-related items. I know some people may not appreciate extra
Well,
paint.
No, well, it's safety, isn't it? We can make an exception. Done.
Right. At this stage, I would suggest lower the bike. We're gonna hook
Yeah.
up our diagnostic tool.
Yeah.
Finish off resetting service light and program the shift shaft sensor. So basically your quick shift operates on comparing two sensors, so rider's input and the gear position sensor.
Okay. This is quite interesting. We had a little discussion about this off camera, and it's something that's going to be done on the first service, isn't it, to resync? So I didn't realise you had to do this, but if you think your quick shift is going, doesn't feel as smooth as it once was, this is something they can do at the dealer. I think you can only do it at the dealer though, can't you? Because you've got to have the tool to.
Yeah.
You can't do it through the dash or anything.
So first step would be resetting adaptations, wipe it clean, ask basically ECM to forget everything it knows and teach it in. So
Yeah.
show it from a start.
Yeah, because it's got like a learning functionality
That's
with the
right.
quick shifter, isn't it? So it adapts to how you ride. So we're going to reset it to the base level and then sort of just make sure it knows what's going on.
Right, so we're going to carry on with our diagnostics and
Yep.
service.
Turn it on. We've got all of the computer Wi-Fi connected so we can get to the tablet.
So at this stage, I'm quickly just going to run a diagnostic log. We're going to upload everything, basically going to take a screenshot of motorcycle's internal system and upload it to a mothership.
Yeah.
And make sure that there's a log available to find on the dealer net.
Yeah.
So even if you decide to go to another dealer, they can always see which software.
Yeah.
At this stage, I'm just going to go to functions. We're going to set the distance and time until next service.
Yeah.
Select this function. And we're going to put 9,300 as per owner's manual.
Yeah.
And we're going to set it to 12 months. So
12 months.
whichever
yeah.
comes
Whichever
first.
comes first. Yeah.
So at this stage, we've done our basic functions.
Yeah.
And we're going to go back to engine control unit. I'm going to go to functions. So this just limits to the engine control units.
Yeah.
We're going to delete the adaptation values.
Okay, so that's what it's learned in that 600
That's right.
miles I've been riding. So that, which I haven't been using it because I've been doing manual changes mostly.
So next step would be program the gear position sensor. So we're going to tell the bike when it's in neutral. So as you can see, all conditions have been entered. Programming can be started. So start programming. Basically, what we told the bike, you are in neutral now. remember it. So now it remembers. As you can see, now we can actually see it.
Yeah. I was wondering why there was no neutral light just a minute ago. I was trying to see where the neutral light was. It wasn't on, was it?
Mainly because we deleted it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And at this stage, we quick shift learning.
Yeah.
And select that. So it basically even tells us what criteria needs to be met. We deleted adaptation values.
Yeah.
We flashed gear position sensor.
Yeah.
We teached it in. Vehicle on a work stand, fold-in side stand, engine is off.
Yeah.
Transmission is in neutral.
We've done we there.
So what we do is first gear.
Yeah.
All the way to sixth gear.
Move that down. That sounds awful when it's not running, doesn't it?
Hopefully it should tell us.
Hopefully it's registered something.
So shift shaft sensor reference value result, learning OK.
Right.
So we're done.
We're done, and that's that done. Quick shift and learning done.
Something we will do while we've got the tablet here, we can go and check your exhaust cables. So we're going to go function, rope tension adjustment. Now start.
How does it start?
Yeah, so
It's doing stuff.
So you can see when we start initialize, it is slightly outside the spec. So what we can do is adjust the cables. Actually even says
cables are too tight, must be loosened. Wow, bloody hell. It's clever stuff, isn't it? It's clever stuff. So the valves in there are really just an emissions thing, aren't they? To keep volume down and stuff like that?
No. No, I would like to elaborate that in terms of especially secondary butterflies in the throttle bodies and exhaust valves. You'll see the manufacturers implement that mainly because when you got full flowing system, you do get more power.
Yeah,
but
okay.
the power
yeah.
is outside usable range.
Yeah,
you know, so ideally you want a little bit of back pressure, and what it does, not only it reduces noise, but also it creates a little bit more back pressure, which increase the scavenging effect. So you're running more efficient, you're actually getting more torque. So unless you're tracking it, yes, I would ditch the exhaust valve and have full power, because you actually can access that. You know, it's outside usable range. But for a motorcycle that is used on the public roads, this is so much more beneficial in terms of you're actually getting more torque and more bottom end.
Because if you've got the valve and it's not opening fully, then of course you're not getting full power or whatever, are you?
That's right, yeah.
If you haven't got the valve, I suppose you
or quite the opposite.
Or the opposite, yeah.
If it opens too early and you're just wasting power.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, by screwing in, I'm relaxing this side.
Yeah.
And we can keep
checking it again.
Yeah, so you can see I've gone a little bit too far.
Oh, okay, and it's gone the other way.
I think that's quite good.
It's clever stuff, really, that, isn't it? It's quite clever, isn't it? Because you wouldn't really know otherwise, would you? No. Unless you'd have to take the exhaust off and physically inspect the valve inside.
You wouldn't even see it now. I think you wouldn't even see it just by looking at it.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy with the adjustment.
Yeah. Another one done. There's a lot to it. There's much more to it than I thought there was going to be, I've got to be honest.
Since we deleted adaptations on the motorcycle, we need to reprogram the cruise control.
Yeah.
It's quite a straightforward process. So basically, if the cruise control light flashes, which it does.
It does.
So we need to press this for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Then we need to hit the plus button. 1, 2, 3. And the minus button. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there we go. So you push the throttle grip forward as well.
That's right. Quite often people forget that there's actually a button.
Yeah, so you're just basically checking all the buttons work for the cruise control. Yeah. So next on the list, we're going to do the brake bleeding. Change your brake fluid, because the bike is actually 2 years old.
So this stuff we're going to put aside, and we're going to actually wash it and dry it, make sure that there's no damage in the membrane. So that's something that needs to be inspected.
Suck out what you can, make your job easier.
Yep. So we're going to make sure that there is no residue left.
Yeah.
And this process, there's nowhere to rush.
No, just got to wait. So that's the rear all done. On to the front then, Eugene.
That's right. I'm going to do some preparation work, so I'm going to expose the bleed nipples,
Yeah.
make sure that they're accessible for us to bleed.
Yeah, and you've got a bleed nipple on the, on the
right.
master on this as
Yep.
well, which is quite
So
nice, isn't
I usually bleed the furthest point to start with, and
Okay.
then we're moving closer to the mass cylinder. So if there's any air trapped, we're going to bleed this one last.
it? Right, okay.
These are a little bit inconvenient because they're sort of inside of the wheel.
Yeah.
So if you wish, we could actually remove mudguard and just expose it a bit more,
Yeah.
but you can just about do it in situ.
Yeah. And it's basically the same process as the rear.
Exactly the
thing.
same. Yep.
Yeah.
We're only doing conventional bleed since no components have been replaced,
Yeah.
and system integrity hasn't been compromised.
Yeah. So if you had to put new lines on it, then you'll do it with the
That's right. With
other
the Canon.
machine.
The good tip. I know you've got big hands,
Yeah.
but
I have.
ideally we need to adjust to the furthest position so we get most fluid.
Yeah.
per pump.
Most leverage sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
we got to the stage where I'm going to drain the old fluid out. We're going to clean reservoir and fill it with a fresh
Yeah.
fluid. So
Suck it out, makes it quicker, doesn't it, than bleeding it all the way
Yep.
through. That's what we need. Coffee break. Coffee break. It's not too bad. This worked in the workshop, is it? I could get
Yeah.
used to this. Stood about watching, drinking coffee.
easy life.
Easy life.
Same again, taking a bit of time not to create extra bubbles.
Yeah. Eugene's just showed me something really cool that you can do. Augmented reality with the... so if you want to know where the ABS pump is on the bike, for example.
So we're going to go to search tab. Let's say ABS anti-block system,
Yeah.
ABS. We can go to 3D model. They call it virtual reality or augmented reality. Click on camera. It lashes on the bike. And now, if we walk
move
together,
it around, you...
we can see where it goes, how it sits in relation to your bike.
There you go, it's locked on again. And it knows it's looking for a 1390, so it's looking for the shape of the outline of the bike. And there it is. And you can, any part on the bike you can search like
Pretty
that,
much,
can
yeah.
you?
It might not be a specific part as in terms of nut and screws.
No, but any
the-
of the modules and that sort of
It
stuff.
does help to understand the system and the way the components laid out.
That's very clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I've never seen anything as sophisticated as that.
Yeah, so KTM is actually ahead of the game in,
Yeah.
in certain diagnostics aspect.
Yeah. Wow. Look at this fella come in. Come on, you can't come in here. Come on. Come on. Ooh. Hawk moth caterpillar, I think that is. I'll get him out of the way so he don't get trodden on. Come on, out of it, you. So last bit of fluid on the bike. Now it's time for the clutch. Change the clutch fluid as well. She's had a full fluid change, hasn't she? Everything.
That's right. Well, the brake fluid is hygroscopic, so
Yeah.
absorbs the moisture. It's something that has to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll crack on.
Any tips for bleeding the clutch? Exactly the same process, I guess.
I would suggest if you've got a Magura system,
Yeah.
I would bleed it upwards. So I would use syringe to drive the fluid up. Together it will flush the air out.
Yeah.
This one is a Brembo system. It's big enough, so we'll do a conventional bleed,
Okay.
and we'll make sure that we bleed the top nipple as well.
Attention to detail, even getting out the bit of brake fluid left in the nipple, just to so it doesn't corrode in there. I like it, Eugene. I like it.
I'll try it.
Above and beyond. So this is the sort of EVAP system drain, the Euro where it gathers all the flow back.
On some of them, it's just located over here or over there.
Yeah.
We just need to find one.
This
Make
is where
sure-
you use the augmented reality thing, isn't it? Let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a whirl.
Oh.
So what you searched for? Did it have? I didn't see what it was.
I put EVAP canister.
EVAP canister.
And let's see if it's going to find one. Oh. Right.
We'll try and get it on there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So that's where it is. So it tells you it's just under that panel there.
Well, it's on the other side, if I remember
Okay.
correctly. It will be just over here. And one of our drain tubes is probably just
That
hidden
one.
here.
Oh, so you can spin it and then it shows you, oh, it is behind that cover there, isn't it?
But that's just the full drain.
That's just the drain.
But they all go to the same place. So we're
Yeah.
gonna have a look under that cover to make sure that
Wow,
there's.
it's quite useful then, that, isn't it? So that just fills up, I guess, over time, or can do. It should drain, shouldn't it, I guess? But
it should drain and also should eventually evaporate back to the combustion. So nothing should go to the atmosphere.
yeah.
I was hoping that it's going to come to the same place. Right, here she is.
And it's got a plug on the end, you just got to...
Right, so ideally we don't want to see anything there.
Yeah.
But
So if there's something in there, what does that mean?
it could mean that possibly you have overfilled overfilled your filler cap.
Well, if you overfilled the oil, it could blow back a bit more oil into...
Not so much oil. So oil will sit in your airbox and will try to drain back.
Yeah.
This is more, you'll even be able to smell it. So you can see there's a bit came out.
Okay.
It's more fairly smell.
Yeah. Sort of burnt oil smell, I suppose, isn't it? So that's... Okay. So that shouldn't really come out of there. That should be recycled back into the engine. Is that why it's meant to work?
The vapors, yeah.
The
so
vapors.
anything that could be reused will be reused. Anything that can be reused will be stored here.
Okay, it needs to be drained, and this is why you've got to drain it. Yeah. And if you don't drain it, that'll fill up, and then it will start filling back into your
So that
canister
could
and stuff.
also if it's fumes of petrol, for example, it could mess up your readings on richness, and then you could have potentially running issues.
Yeah.
So for example, that's why important if you had a crash bike, replace the canister. They're quite cheap.
Yeah.
If you had a petrol vapor, it will mess around with your O2 sensors, and it will try to reach up.
Yeah, because you can buy like kits to blank all that off, can't you? Just remove it all to save all the aggro of it.
But then it just shows your inconsideration towards environment.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'll take that one.
I just check the sheets. So
Yeah.
what we can do next is take it for a spin.
Yeah.
Make sure it's all fine,
Yeah.
and do another diagnostic sweep. Also, would like to remind you that your tire pressure settings is just listed over here.
Yeah.
So we'll do tire pressure check,
Tire pressure's up there. Yeah.
and that's about it.
And that's it. So test ride, check tire pressures, and good to go. Blimey, that's a big old job, isn't it? It's a lot of work.
Well, they do give us almost 3 hours. So
3 hours, 3 hours, yeah. I know it's a bit of slowdown because we're chatting on camera and I'm asking silly questions, but it's still a considerable amount of time, isn't it? So you're going to test ride it and then plug it in again and just check the codes and stuff.
Just make sure
just to
that
make
it's all
sure
up to date.
nothing's
We
flagged.
also, before it leaves the bench, we do a pivot point lube up. So just something that we do, and most of the manufacturers encourage us to do as part of the service. So all the moving components, like your side stand, pivot points, everything that needs to move should move.
Should have a bit of lube on. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a little tyre pressure label on the frame here. And if you're not taking a pillion, just 36 psi in the rear, as opposed to 42. Always put 42 in, thinking that's what you should do. But if you're not carrying a pillion, 36 is recommended. Is that pretty standard across most bikes, or is that?
Quite often it will be adjusted to a load.
A load, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're not ever going to take a pillion, just put on a little bit less pressure in the rear, 36. Was it all right? Or was you let a bit out? It was at 42, I suppose.
Yeah. So we're slightly overinflated, so we're adjusted to correct spec.
Yeah.
And that should be, hopefully, that gives you more feel and rideability.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's good. That's 5 things I've learnt today now. Grease.
So this is a more silicone-based graphite-rich penetrating spray.
Sorry about those. They're coming off soon anyway. He's very thorough. He's very thorough.
Unlikely event of battery going dead and you can't access your rear seat to access the lower seat, what we can do is remove this panel.
But this is all new to me.
There's a quick release latch
Okay.
to open it.
A secret. Maybe we shouldn't publicise this, should we? This is like a secret access, isn't it?
What they're going to do is steal the battery.
Well, true. That's a good little tip to know, that one. Hopefully that'll never come in handy, but that's quite a good one, that, isn't it? I did wonder about the button. I thought, blimey, what happens if the button, that electronic button to release the seat plays up? There you go, that's what you do. 6 things I learnt today. Yeah,
it's amazing what you can find out in the owner's handbook.
I say I haven't read the owner's manual. Does it show? If it had been a paper book, I would have read it by now. Because it's online, I can't be bothered. Controversial. So test ride and then just check fault codes again, and that's it,
right,
isn't it?
yep.
Make sure it's all good to go. Brilliant stuff. Right, Eugene, I'll let you kit up and take it for a spin.
Thank you.
You've got to have a tour of your drawers, Eugene. That's customary on these videos, that we have to check out your tools.
Oh.
Is it neat and tidy? Oh,
No.
That's not bad in that one. It's not bad in that one.
Yeah, well, that's a mess.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed.
Screwdrivers.
Got it all.
Just like in a hot fuzz, your biggest weapon is the pen and paper.
The pen and paper.
Yep.
Like a policeman. Like a policeman. So Eugene's going to take her for a spin now. Make sure everything's all right, and then we just got to check the fault codes when he gets back to make sure no codes are flagged up for the work we've done. And I'm good to take her home. Let the thrashing commence. So all right, Eugene?
Yeah,
Quick
so,
test ride?
Test drive shows no problems whatsoever. Quick
Yeah.
shifter works absolutely spot on.
Good.
The cruise control saves its value, so
that
we're
works.
absolutely fine in terms of programming cruise control.
Yeah.
So our final stage will be a final check over before customer leaves the premises.
Yeah.
Make sure, this is the last line of defense, make sure that everything is done as per service sheets, and there's no grubby fingerprints or anything like that.
So normally you would wash it as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, usually a standard procedure would be give it to valeting team, and they decide whether it's a quick wash or full valet.
Well, as it's going to get mucky going home, I suspect. Yeah. There's no point doing that. I'll wash it when I get it back. Can't wait.
So I'm just going to prepare diagnostic tool.
Plug it in again.
Yep.
Just make sure we've got no faults, and then job done.
This progress bar just scans for all the control modules.
Oh yeah. And hopefully we'll have a clean bill of health. There we go, all green.
All green. We
All
can
green.
do another diagnostic sheet upload. Make sure
So that uploads that to
Yep.
to KTM, does
We
it?
can do it as many times as we like.
Yeah.
All it gives just extra information. So we're
That's
happy.
it. Happy
There's
with
no-
that?
Yep.
It's fantastic. Great stuff. Eugene, thank you very, very much for doing that. I know it's not easy with the camera pointed in your
No,
face and
that's right.
expected to
Yeah.
perform, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks very much
Well,
indeed.
we're happy to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So there we go, all done, all serviced. She's now good to go, really. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to obviously ride it home, and then I'll do another video taking her out for a spin with her now fully running, with a bit more of exciting riding. I must say, I'm looking forward to giving it a little bit of beans. I'm going to take it a little bit steady still, even though it's just been serviced, until it gets to sort of 1,000 miles. And then I've got the full Van Diemen titanium exhaust to put on it once I do a few more miles on it. So I'll do a fitting video of that full system, take some weight measurements, measure the standard system, measure the Van Diemen system, see how much lighter it is. Obviously some sound tests between the standard and the full system. And then we're going to get a dyno just to check the fueling with that exhaust on it to make sure it's not running lean or anything. So plenty of content to come on the 1390. So hope you have enjoyed the video. Massive thanks to the guys down at Destination Motorcycles at Christchurch, and massive thanks to Eugene for having a camera in his face for that. And pretty daunting, really, I think, for a tech. So be nice to him in the comments. She always does that to me. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.